YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, coming to you from an FFA. Yes, an FFA. Should be a lot of fun. We got Puggington and we got Appius Rollis here and a couple other players. I'll show you their names here in a second. You'll see it on the scoreboard at least. We've got Krokgar and a Feral Carnosaur, 2 Kroxigors, and some Saurus warriors for the Lizardmen, led by Appius. And he's also got a Skink Priest, Lord of Heavens, with Chain Lightning, I believe, Curse of the Midnight Wind, and Wind Blast. That's what he's going to have. 3 Chameleon Skinks. I'll show you the Skaven army in a minute. It is absolutely nuts. Several Skeleton Spears, Graveguard, Great Weapon, White King, Sternsman, Strigoi on his Terrorgeist, and he's got some interesting spells. I think we have Gaze of Nagash. I know there's some Raise the Dead, and he can actually summon Crypt Ghouls as well, so should be interesting. We got a Terrorgeist, and then 2 Fell Bats, along with Verex Reavers. And then Bretonnia is over here with the front line of Peasant Meat Shield, a couple of Knights of the Realm. There are some Peasant Archers with Fire Arrows, so interesting pick. Could be good against the Vampires, potentially. A huge line of Spearmen at Arms and Men at Arms, backed up by a couple of Polearms on the flanks, Foot Squires, and a Damsel Lore of Life with King Leon Kerr astride Beaky here. Now let's go take a look at that crazy Skaven army. It's led by Tretch Craventail. So this disgusting disease bag has a giant army of Skaven slaves. I mean, it is huge. This is like a full 20 stack of Skaven slaves. He's also got a Warp Lightning Cannon, a Doom Wheel. There's a Plague Priest in here as well. You can see him right there, but I mean, this is just an absolute vermin tide of vermin. I mean, they are all over the place. Huge number of vermin here on the map, so just look at the size of this Skaven army. Should be very interesting. As the players march up, you can see there's also a ton of Skaven slave slingers. Let's watch this. Strigoi is going to start things off with a breath attack, and he's going to land 33 kills with just the breath attack, but he's not terribly afraid of these Skaven units. He should be afraid of the Warp Lightning Cannon. But, I mean, there's not enough of them, I don't think, that it's going to be able to hurt him en masse. Check this out. He's going to summon up some more magic here. So here comes Strigoi. He's going to summon up a Crypt Ghoul. And he's going to stay on the move and keep doing some damage.
No, magic attack. Find wizard.
Watch this, it's a Gaze of Nagash. That was a pretty gruesome Gaze of Nagash. Picked up 39 kills in total. So pretty good shot, and he's going to summon some more Crypt Ghouls here. So the Skaven get some nasty interruption, and then Bretonnia and the Lizardmen are marching towards each other. Here comes the fire arrows in. Let's go get a close-up on that. So the peasants of Bretonnia launching their fire arrows. There comes an Awakening of the Wood trying to slow down the Lizardmen army. And this is all at the Shrine of Khaine here, so you can see that whoever wins in the background is going to pick up the Sword of Khaine and the power that comes with it. What an appropriate setting. Really cool FFA map, honestly. So the Lizardmen going to engage the Bretonnians here. I'm going to swing across the map real quick. And let's see the opening engagement. Look at the points that Puggington's picking up here with the Skaven army. Sorry, Puggington was not the Bretonnians, my bad. I think I said he was earlier. Puggington's picking up a ton of points with the Skaven. There's just so many of them. So many Skaven. He's just going to be able to throw bodies at the vampires here and potentially get points. Look at this Plague Priest here. Going to summon the Plague Monks behind the vampire lines. These are armored vampire units, unfortunately for him, but still a good call because he's got a Doom Wheel going through here. And right now the Skaven are racking up a significant amount of points. And the Ghoul King is doing what he can to slow down the Skaven, but all these slingers, it's just going to be a pain in the butt. Saurus warriors are going to have a field day with all this unarmored Bretonnian infantry. It's just going to be a slaughterhouse. And then you mix in the Kroxigors. Hopefully they're doing their death roll animation. That's just absolutely hilarious when they start doing that. It's like a big puppy rolling around on top of these guys. Yeah, there he goes. Watch him over here. Oh, no, he got killed. Never mind. There goes one of them. There he's doing his death roll. Oh yeah, you're entertained and you know it. The chameleon skinks have made their way up. They were forward deployed by that Skaven army and then thought better of it. And Lewin gets himself over-engaged, gets hit by 2 Carnosaurs. Not the place you want to be in life as a large lord. And he is unceremoniously shot out of the air. Check this out. The skink priest, Lord of Heavens, drops a chain lightning, which at first doesn't do a ton. Then it doubles back, even hits some of his own infantry. And it comes back across these poor Bretonnian peasants and just really starts lighting them up. Pun intended. Beautiful spell. In any case, you can see that the huge mass of Skaven is just overweighing the vampires by sheer numbers right now. The Skaven still out in first place with a pretty solid lead, though Appius is making significant gains in his destruction of Bretonnia, and of course the vampires in last place, and it's hard to not be in last place when the Skaven have just brought a trash army of low-value units. Actually kind of makes it hard to get many points. He's just got to kill so many of these trashy units in order to get the points, and it's going to be difficult. None of the vampire units he has here are like big-time killing machines, and here, big micro mistake, he's like marching in column formation into these summoned units, so a lot of his units back here wasted. Ghoul King is taking a beating. He's trying to heck himself, but he can't gain any more hit points. So he's already healed as much as he can heal. He is going to take out the Plague Priest, but that Doom Wheel is going to get a couple of shots on him while he's down. Doom Wheel has done some pretty nice destruction with 60 kills already, and remember, this is a smaller funds game. These Reavers should be having a lot of fun with these cheap Skaven units. If they're cycle charged properly, they could get a lot of kills, but eventually those get overwhelmed by numbers, and these are Storm Vermin, which means they have a little more armor. They're going to withstand a little more of this, and despite the big charge on the Reavers, they're going to be slowly worn down. The Terrorgeist back here just working, but again, big blobs of cheap infantry. It's going to be hard to make that cost effective. A lot of the Lizardmen units are berserking. These poor Bretonnian peasants. I mean, just look at that Croxagore. It's hard not to feel bad for him here. Being eaten by dinosaurs, tail whipped, rolled over by giant crocodiles. Wow, that one just got beheaded by like blunt force there. Yeah, it's a nasty fight. Nasty fight for Bretonnia. Krokgar is over here chasing out some Knights of the Realm. He has taken a beating in this battle, but if he can escort those units off the battlefield, he'll be in a good place. Appius actually takes the lead now by points, and they've got a distant third and fourth right now for Alazar and Alamenexius. Woo! Skrolk blowing up some vampires. Look at this, just sheer weight of numbers. The Vermintide's gonna outlast the vampires here. They even got the Terrorgeist crumbling. Nice shot by the Warp Lightning Cannon. These Graveguard are gonna be tough, the Sternsmen. But if the Skaven can break their lord, they can maybe get them to crumble. If not, they're gonna be in for a horrible fight here. But I mean, again, weight of numbers for the Skaven is what they're gonna be hoping to play here. Weight of numbers. Yeah, Terrorgeist is now getting hit by Skaven Slave Slingers. The Plague Priest came back for more. Standard Graveguard just gets overwhelmed by numbers. And Appius has wrapped up the Bretonnian player, but he's fallen back into second place as the Skaven player just continues to lay it down on the Vampire. We've got a crumbling Terrorgeist back here. Doesn't look like it's going to stop crumbling anytime soon. Let's fast forward so we can get to the next set of action. You can see that the Vampire's just going to be mopped up. Sternsman put up a valiant fight, but crumbled. And you can see the Terrorgeist is going to crumble out here very quickly. And then Strigoi is going to go with them. He tried to get a last-minute Gaze of Nagash, but it looks like it canceled. And then the Skaven Slave Slingers going to finish him off. So what a pick there by Puggington here. Very gutsy. Ends up being quite effective, just bringing a giant Skaven slave army with a couple of decent infantry, a Doom Wheel, and a couple other units here. Doomwheel finishes off the Ghoul King. 125 kills. Woo. And Appius is going to find himself facing a bit of a nightmare here. If he had more Saurus warriors, he might be in good shape, because they would excel at this kind of thing, but he doesn't. The Warp Lightning Cannon has some ammo. He's approaching via this hill, which is a good call. Should block the fire. There's still a lot of Skaven Slave Slingers. And again, the sheer weight of numbers here is going to be difficult for him to overcome. Here comes the Skink Priest. Comet of Cassandora, I believe. Nice hit. I almost think Chain Lightning may have been more appropriate if he had the magic for it. He may not have. Skink Priest got 89 kills. The Chain Lightning would have been pretty cool to see because there's a lot of blobbed up Skaven here. Look at those Skaven slaves. There comes the Chain Lightning, but it's not on a... The Chain Lightning should have been dropped right here. That was a big mistake by Appius. That was your Chain Lightning blob right there. It's tighter packed, and the Chain Lightning would have been significantly more effective. Always use those Vortex spells on the more tightly packed units. The loosely packed units, you actually don't get a ton of damage out of them. It can be frustrating even. So we got the Feral Carnosaur coming in. Krokgar got chased out rather unceremoniously by Skaven slaves. And we've still got the Chameleon Skinks trying to skirmish their way to victory. But I'm pretty sure that when we look at the points here, I don't know how the Lizardmen are going to pull themselves back from this kind of deficit. That Warp Lightning Cannon just continues hitting home. Tretch is in a bit of trouble here. He's getting beat up, but looks like the Carnosaur is going to probably rout. Yep, there it goes. He's not going to be able to stand up to it. Krokgar takes another shot to the face off of that Warp Lightning Cannon. He's had enough now, too. And that's going to spell disaster for the remnants, these Lizardmen. Nicely played by Puggington. Quite a pick. Sword of Khaine looks like it's going to be going to the Skaven. Talk about disastrous, huh? How'd y'all like this? Was it fun? Hope you enjoyed the FFA battle here. I haven't showed one in a long time. If you did, make sure to go up and drop a like. Give the Skaven some love there. Their giant Vermintide brought you some entertainment, so go drop a like on it if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, make sure and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to actually know when I put up a new video, YouTube has this really stupid bell that you have to click also. So make sure that you click the bell, or else subscribing doesn't mean subscribing. Anyway, let's take a look at the results here. Pretty dang awesome battle. Puggington, well done, sir. 504 kills, but he racked up a significant score with this gigantic Skaven horde. So he just went for sheer quantity. Appius, nicely done with your Lizardmen. Got a lot of work done, not quite enough to keep up with Puggington. Alazar, nicely fought, but oh boy, those peasants got Jurassic Parked, man. Jurassic Park. And then Alamanexius. If any of us ever come up against a Skaven horde like that, we'll know your pain. Because that was not going to be easy to take out. Not going to be easy. So, well fought, good sir, well fought. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I will see you soon.